Thank you for staying with us. For many Nigerians, the finger that aired regarding the killing of 5-year-old Hanifa Abubakar should be seen to be cut off, and quickly. The wife of President Muhammadu Buhari, that's Aisha Buhari, has supported the call for the capital punishment for the killer, Abdulmalik Tanko, who happened to be her teacher. The First Lady threw her weight behind the call for capital punishment for the killer when she shared a video on an Islamic cleric making the call. She wrote in Hausa, "We support the judgment of Malam." Vajidi, we discussed this last week, and there's no other way to look at this thing. Everybody has been condemning it. The man has been asking for forgiveness. An update today was that they went to that property, despite the fact that I gathered that it's a rented apartment, but irate youth went to the place, burnt it down. And police have been guarding the place. Immediately they discovered that the police moved out. Youth went, they burnt down the facility.
In fact, if you put 100 policemen there, the Kano youth that I know, they want to burn it, they will burn it. Because the sheer number of angry people that will storm the place, only tremendous massacre can stop them from achieving their aims. Shebi the prison was guided when they went to bring out Akaluka and beheaded him. Yes. On December 26, 1994, and I broke the story back then. The prison, they stormed the prison, went into his cell. It went into his cell, brought him out for blasphemy. You know? So, in this case, the people are very angry, very, very angry. You know, the sight of that girl, very beautiful, you know, full of life. All her pictures, you see her, full of life. And then somebody will just kill this kind of girl. And after you killed her, you went to the home to shed crocodile tears. After you killed her, a long time after you killed her, you continued to demand for ransom. And you buried her in the premises of the school. So what kind of human being? He does not deserve to live. And I'm happy about what the governor of Kano said, because I've accused these governors of cowardice. They take the death warrant before you to sign. Some of those cases lasted up to 10 years, 15 years. And you can't sign. This one. You have no courage to sign. But you have courage to harass your political opponents. So now the governor said, look, this one, he will not waste a second. And I will encourage Governor Ganduje, not just Abubakar, this killer's case, other people that have been sentenced to death and their sentences approved by the final court of the land, go ahead and sign. Don't just sign in the case of this fellow alone. People are angry, and I want the case to be expeditiously tried.
In some
because some people can't wait. They can't wait.
In the other part of the country, or in the country, anything like this, what leads to like jungle justice. As if some people will look at the process of handing over to the police, going through the court system, despite the fact that yes, you get justice there, and that's the best thing to do. Some people will just take laws into their hand and everything. But people are very pained because of this man. Some just wish him dead.
If I would have openly said, if this had happened in another state I won't mention, that man won't get to the police station. The moment it was discovered, because if you look at the way this happened, when it was discovered that he actually killed and buried the child, he won't get to the police station. Then if that had happened, he would have been, burnt to death or something. Then we'll start crying jungle justice. In this case, can we really look at ourselves in the eye and say it is wrong to have killed such a person? The answer is no. And you look at the situation, after the First Lady made that statement on Andu, I've gone to social media, expectedly, I actually went searching. I've seen dissenting opinions. And I say, sometimes we get too moral for our own goodness. People are saying, don't forget the International Charter on anti-capital punishment.
No.
And I ask,
We have not signed up.
should we have not signed? Capital punishment is still very much legal and constitutional in Nigeria. Like the maestro said, it is the governors who, out of their own, I don't want to use the word he has been using, have decided that they will spare killers. Even if you want to be a governor that will be cautious in signing this, there are some cases that you should not look at twice.
Yes.
This is one of such.
This one, for example.
The killer of Hanifa has shown that if he has the opportunity, he will kill 200 more without.
He will kill
this
the
is
parents.
a child you see every day. A child depends pay you school fees to take care of. A child who knows you and you are aware she knows you. That man lacks conscience. And after collecting part payment, you kill her with rat poison, for God's sake. This man also have children. He's married. He has his own
mentally
children.
deranged people on the prowl in Nigeria is what it's
Is it really deranged?
This one was not the range.
It's not deranged. It's greedy. It's callous.
There is no lawyer, no Ogbologbo son can save this guy. There is no record of mental derangement. No, there's no sign of being maladjusted. He said he wanted to pay rent. for the building. So he knew what he was doing. He was desperate to pay the landlord. And you thought it was by taking a life. Maybe he would not have killed this girl, but the girl recognized. You can't be the head of a school. And the smallest person in the class will know you. The smallest person in the school will know you.
But sir, so, I agree that you already know this guy. This girl will know him. He already know the girl will know him, and he went ahead and kidnapped her. So he had the intention of killing her ab initio.
I don't think that I wanted to kill him in the beginning, because from his story, when he was taking her home, the girl said, "Drop me at home now." He now said, "No, I'm taking you to your uncle's house." So the girl trusted him.
I followed.
You know?
5 years.
Yes, the girl trusted him. Now, I think there was something the girl said that proved to him that this girl will talk. Because he said it was at that point that he made up his mind. Since the girl knew him, that he made up his mind to get rat poison and take her.
But he could have made up his mind to free her.
No, he wanted that money.
Imagine.
Many kidnappers too do not care. They will kill someone and they will still collect their money in full. Sometimes people die in their hands out of one sickness or another, but they will still collect their money in full. Yes. It happens all the time.
Most of the people that are abducted, some of them will be on daily medication.
Yes,
they are denied medication.
They have no access to their drugs, they could die. But they will still make sure that they collect, because they know that at that point, you people may not be aware. Look at the case of the woman that ISIS what's it called? The case of the ISIS suicide bomber that the Jordanians arrested. They now wanted to do a prisoner swap. They knew that the Jordanian in their hands, they had killed him. Yet they were saying, don't sentence our person to death, don't kill our person. We are ready for a swap. They now said, okay, show us the video of that person talking, because those guys were not fools. They said, show us the video of that person talking. They refused. At that point, it was clear to them that they had already killed him. And you know the way they killed the person? It was, they set him ablaze with petrol. They passed the petrol straight to the cage where they put him. So he could not escape. The fire got to him inside the cage, and then that was how he died. Yet you knew you had killed him months ago, but you were trying to get your own person freed. The Jordanians were not fools. They went ahead, executed the woman.
All right.